Okay, in the previous class we discussed about certain motions like substantive motion, substitute motion and subsidiary motion. Now we will discuss about privilege motion. Now what is this privilege motion? Okay, every member of parliament, okay, council of ministers, member of parliament also they have a privilege. Okay, so any member of parliament or a council of ministers, both are a member of parliament, they have certain privileges. If they are breaching those privileges, okay, then at that time any member of parliament can issue or introduce this privilege motion against any member. That member include the private member and the council of minister, issued for what? Breaching parliamentary privileges, such as providing not providing the proper information or withholding the information, or providing the misleading information or false information or distorted facts. Okay, so for that this motion can be introduced. Earlier the motions which we discussed about for the whole house, right? The member of parliament can introduce this motion for the matter of discussion of public importance and all those things, then closure. But this is applicable to an individual. So this motion is applicable to an individual, right? So whenever there is a breach of parliamentary privileges, member of parliament can introduce this motion against the member of parliament as well as the council of ministers. So they are both rule 222 under Lok Sabha and 187 under Rajya Sabha. Okay, that is there. And here any member can move this motion with the consent of the speaker or chairman. The consent of speaker or chairman. And this presiding officer is there, right? They can decide whether to take up this motion or not, or refer this motion for the 15 members privilege committee in parliamentary. Okay, there is one privilege committee. Privilege committees are there which deals with the breaching of privilege cases. So if such motion is introduced, privilege motion, at that time this motion can be taken up by the presiding officer or give it to the 15 member privilege committee. Okay, if that member found guilty of breaching the parliamentary privileges, then that member can get a punishment, expelled from the house, imprisonment, that they can get it. Okay, so generally this privilege motion is issued against the ministers, so that minister will be accountable and provide accurate information, correct information, rather providing the false information or the information which can mislead the house. Got it? So this is what privilege motion. Then next, calling attention motion. So whenever the discussion is going on, debate or discussion is going on in both the houses of the parliament, right? But attention is not there. You have seen, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, they do something. In the recent incident also, their discussion is going on. One MP from the TMC, Trinamool Congress, that she is smoking an electronic cigarette. I hope you know that news. Okay, so sometime when discussions are there going on, okay, that member of the parliament, they are doing something, they are not having any proper attention, right? So during that time this calling attention motion will be moved by any member of the parliament. Why this motion has been moved? To gain the attention of the minister. For what purpose? For the matter of urgent public importance. Okay, so that information can be seek from that minister. If generally discussion is going on, they ask question to the minister and minister is giving something answer, right? They are asking about take an example, they are asking about finance thing and the minister is telling about the defense thing. So no proper attention, right? So in that case, this calling attention motion can be moved. Okay, generally it is moved against a minister, so that minister can have a attention for the matter of public importance and can give the relevant information related to the matter of that public importance. 0 hour we discuss immediately after the question hour. So 0 hour is a Indian parliamentary invention. In the same way, calling attention motion also an invention of the Indian Parliament. But this calling attention motion mentioned in the Parliament rules and regulations, Parliament rules. It is mentioned in Parliament rules, but 0 hour it is not at all mentioned. Got it? So this is about calling attention motion. The next, adjournment motion. Please remember, adjournment is different, adjournment motion is different, right? So what is that adjournment motion? Calling attention motion to draw the attention of the minister. Okay, adjournment motion is to draw the attention of the house. To draw the attention of the house. Why? To discuss the matter of urgent public importance and need their support of nearly 50 members to introduce this motion. First of all, this motion will be introduced, adjournment motion. Why? To get the attention of the house, not the minister only. Minister means calling attention. Adjournment motion means to get the attention of the whole houses. Okay, why? To discuss the matter of public importance and to introduce this motion, nearly 50 members permission, sir, this one 50 members approval is required. So it disturbs the normal business of the house. They are discussing something, suddenly they have introduced this thing, introduced this motion. So generally this motion is discuss the normal business of the house. So that is the reason why it is regarded as an extraordinary device. Okay, so what is this? Generally this adjournment motion, okay, it's like an element of censor. You know censor, na? Putting restrictions. So it is just like a censor, putting a censor on the government or against the government. So this adjournment motion can be introduced only in Lok Sabha. It cannot be introduced in Rajya Sabha. And whenever this motion has been taken up, okay, at that time the discussion should be there, and the discussion should not be less than the 2.5 hours. The discussion should not be less than 2.5 hours. The next motion, censor motion. Okay, so what is it? This motion is issued against an individual or a group of ministers or a entire council of minister. Okay, calling attention motion to get the attention of the minister, adjournment motion to get the attention of the whole house, censor motion, name itself suggests it is moved or it is issued against the any individual minister, group of minister, whole council of ministers. Then why this motion is introduced? So this motion is introduced for censoring any policies or action of any particular minister or a group of minister or whole council of minister, right? So obviously this is a censor motion. Okay, so if it is a passed in the Lok Sabha, then the council of ministers should not resign. It is not like a no confidence motion, just censoring the policy, that's all. That means they are putting restrictions on the policy, or they don't want that policy or a particular action. That's all. Here no need to resign. Please remember, in censor motion, but in no confidence motion they need to resign. So now we have a no confidence motion. So earlier also we discussed that according to Article 75, council of ministers are there, right? They are individually responsible towards the president and collectively responsible towards the Lok Sabha. And the office of the council of ministers also we discussed that they can removed by president at any time, or if the no confidence motion is passed, then those minister has to resign. So only Lok Sabha has a power that they can remove the minister from office by passing the no confidence motion. So first of all, to introduce this motion or to admit this motion, 50 members are required. 50 members are required, and this motion can be introduced against the government or council of ministers. Okay, when they are going against the constitution, or when they are, this thing, what is that, misinformation lead, or the house doesn't have any confidence on their council of ministers, at that time this motion can be introduced. For introducing of this motion, 50 members support is required, minimum 50 members support. When this motion is passed by simple majority, then Prime Minister along with the Council of Ministers, that is government, has to resign. Government has to resign. Got it? Everyone, by simple majority. Does this motion introduced at any times? Many times it is introduced. Highest number of time it is introduced during the Nehru government. I think 14 or 17 time. Okay, during Modi government also, recently also it is introduced. You just go through it. Got it? So this is about no confidence motion. Then next we have motion of thanks. Motion of thanks. So as we discussed earlier, it is the president who will address both the houses of the parliament at the beginning of every year. Okay, in that address, president will discuss what are the achievement of the government in the previous financial year, what are the policies, and what government is going to do next. So those things will be discussed by the president in that address. Okay, so president will address to both the houses of the parliament in every new year, at the beginning of the new year, that is budget session, before budget session, and president also address to the Lok Sabha at the very newly Lok Sabha elected. Okay, so this president speech has taken from the UK Constitution, where Crown will deliver the speech. After the speech, then that house has to thanks to the president. Okay, so for that they need to take up the motion of thanks. They need to take up the motion of thanks, and this motion of thanks has to pass in the house. If it is not passed, it is considered as a defeat of the government. If there is a defeat of the government, means government has to resign. Means Prime Minister along with the Council of Ministers has to resign. Obviously it will be passed. Why? Because who will form the government? Who is having majority? Simple. So this motion will be passed. Got it? Okay. Then we have no day yet named motion. No day yet named motion. So we discussed so many motions, right? So here this motion has to be admitted by the presiding officer. Okay. No date has been fixed for this discussion. Got it? So the presiding officer, after considering the state of business in the house, means whether that business of the particular house has been completed, time is there or not. Okay, by looking after those things and consultation with the leader of the houses or on the recommendation of the business advisory committee, then the speaker or presiding officer will allot a day or days or any part of the day for discussion on that particular motion. Motion is nothing but proposal for discussion on a matter. So no day yet named motion, simple language, no particular specific day. Speaker will decide after consultation with the leader of the houses, after seeing the business of the house, and after taking the recommendation from the business advisory committee, allot a single day, part of the day, or days for discussion on the motion. Got it? So that is no day yet named motion. Point of order. Generally this device used by the opposition to censor the government or to make accountable to the government. So what is that? Any member of parliament can raise this point of order. If that member of parliament think that the proceedings of the house not following the normal rules of procedure, if any member of parliament think that the rules are not following in the proceedings of the house, at that time this point of order can be issued, introduced or raised. Okay, so generally, as I said, it is used by the opposition member in order to control the government, and this is also an extraordinary device like an adjournment motion. So it will suspend the proceedings of the houses, like adjournment they did, here also it will do. And once this motion is taken up, so no discussion is allowed. No discussion is allowed. Okay, so that is point of order. Half an hour discussion. Half an hour discussion. So what is that? Half an hour discussion. It is introduced. Why? To discuss the matter of sufficient public importance, which required a lot of debate, and the answer to which has to be given at the matter of fact. Okay, many motions are there, public importance matter not discussed, still some are left, then they can use this half an hour discussion. Okay, to discuss the matter of public importance on which the debate has to be there, and they should get the answer also for that particular question which raised during the debate. And presiding officer, same presiding officer will allot 3 days in a week for such discussion. And formal motion or voting not there before the house. As I mentioned, every resolutions are a motions. Okay, substantive motions, but all motions are not resolutions. Why? Because for all motions voting is not required. This is an example. Short duration discussion. So it is known as 2-hour discussion also. Why? Because okay, under this discussion 2 hours, the discussion under this motion should not be crossed more than 2 hours. So the member of the parliament can raise such discussion, that short duration discussion. Why? Again, to discuss the matter of public importance. Okay, so presiding officer will allot 2 days in a week for such discussion. For this discussion also formal motion or voting is not at all required. Short duration discussion. It is from 1953. Special mention. Okay, so what is that? If time is not sufficient in substantive motions, adjournment motion, point of order, no, not point of order, we have this not yet deemed motion, short duration, half an hour discussion. If the time is not sufficient, then they can raise the special mention. Okay, special mention. So any matter which is not a point of order, or that cannot be raised in question hour, half an hour discussion, short duration discussion, or any adjournment motion, calling attention motion, or any rule of the house, that matter of public importance can be raised under this special mention, and it is there in both Lok Sabha as well as Rajya Sabha. Got it? So this is about the motions. Okay, then we have a resolution. So what is a resolution? Resolution also, it's like a proposal made by the member of parliament on discuss or debate, to discuss or debate on a particular matter of public importance. So those are resolutions. Why this resolution was introduced? To draw the attention of the house. Why resolution introduced? To draw the attention of the house, to draw the attention of the government on a matter of general public interest or a matter of public importance. Okay, so when this resolution is taken up by the house, then the discussion should be strictly relevant to that scope of that resolution. For example, if they introduce the resolution to discuss the Operation Sindoor, then those people, MP are there, they must discuss Operation Sindoor only. Okay, they should not go beyond the scope of that resolution. So those scope of that resolution, so that is mandatory. The next, a member who move a resolution or amendment to a resolution can withdraw the same. A member can introduce, who move a resolution or changes some or amended to that resolution, that same MP or member of parliament can withdraw that resolution without the permission of the house. Okay, so generally there are three types of resolution. What is that? Private member resolution. You know private member? Other than the council of minister. Any resolution which is introduced by the private member, that is a private member resolution. Government resolution. Any resolution introduced by the council of ministers, that is a government resolution. Statutory resolution. Okay, it can be moved either by the private member or a minister. But this resolution is under the provisions of constitution or the act of the parliament. Okay, private member will introduced. Government resolution, government member or union council of minister. And next, statutory, it can be introduced either by private member or a minister or a council of minister, but it is under the provision of constitution or act of parliament. Okay, so this is about the motions as well as resolutions.